to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. It's the fair. I'm your host, First Degree the D. What's good with it, fam? What's good with it, fam? We live in the building. We live in the building. Making it happen once again. We back. It's the fair. On today's show, Epiphany about the Sack Rap TV channel. Yesterday we had some bugs. Okay, it turns out this show is going to be separate from the live. We had some bugs, but it brought on a silver lining. We going to discuss on the bear. We also going to discuss the NBA Youngboy, the next generation's king, yo. NBA Youngboy concert was in Sacramento last night. He got ties to Sacramento. We talking the new generation. We gonna talk about how the concert went on the fair. I had people in the building. It's the fair. We also talking about MC Hammer. Y'all stop yourself. We talking about MC Hammer. We can't pretend he didn't exist. We got to get a deep dive on Hammer and maybe perform one of his busts. It's the fair. Dive in the chat. Duck, Julio, what's good with it? Here we go. What's good with it? Good evening. Now, as we always do about this time, a message from the slangs. First, let me get a little adjustment on the camera real quick before we get into our message from the slangs. On the bear. Now, let me get a quick check. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me get a quick check for the fair. Okay, a message from the slang. Before I put in this message, that reminds me what I'm putting this in the chat. Okay, what songs you want to hear the story about? What song do you want to hear the story about? Put it in the chat. Okay, put it in the chat and let's discuss. Okay, all episode long. Put it in the chat so we can discuss. It's the fair a message from the slangs. May the slangs allow us to be powerful. May the slangs allow us to be strong. May the slangs allow life to get better and better every day, young. May the slangs allow us to wake every day motivated. May the slangs then allow us to be living, breathing examples of motivation. Stop yourself, mighty of slangs. May the slangs allow us to be living, breathing examples of motivation. That's why we gather. Okay? That's why we gather. May the slangs allow us to have a positive and inspiring impact on the people we come across with. May the slangs allow us to inspire through our actions and our work. May the slangs allow our lives and mind to be filled with focus. May the slangs allow us to rise above the thoughts that's trying to make us angry or trapped or afraid. May the slangs, may the slangs allow us to not be pushed by our problems. Instead, led by our dreams, yo. I'm gonna repeat that one. May the slangs allow us to not be pushed by our problems, but led by our dreams. May the slangs allow us to be grateful for everything we have in life. May the slangs allow us to be independent, self-sufficient, and riddled with options. And finally, may the slangs allow us to be whoever we want to be. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. Thank you for your wisdom, Almighty of Slangs. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs, for your wisdom, Almighty of Slangs, for myself and for the sons of Fahrenheit. Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm in the chat. Uriel in the building. Now we can begin. Okay, Uriel in the building. Now we can begin. It's a little too light. Gotta make it a little darker for the ambiance. Make it a little darker for the ambiance. It's the Fahrenheit. All episode long. I want you in the chat. Tell me songs you want to hear the story about. Okay, and if it's a good story, I'm gonna explain it for you. And if it's a good story, I'm gonna explain it for you on the Fahrenheit. Now, recently, we was in Area 51. If you was in there, we was in Area 51, and we knocked out a tight track for the Funk Beta Trilogy, yo. Twisted Insane. We got another track, Brother Lynch Hung, First Degree the D, produced by Brother Lynch Hung. It's fire going on over there. But the reason I bring it up is this, excuse me. The reason I bring it up is this. The deal is a trade, yo. The deal is a trade, yo. So tell me in the chat. The deal is DE lyrics for Funk Beta beat. Simple as that. You feel me? DE lyrics for a Funk Beta beat. Tell me in the chat what kind of Funk Beta beat I should go for. Next time we air live from Area 51 with Funk Beta and Brother Lynch Hung, we making a beat. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying before. I don't know what project is for. We just making a beat in the spirit of making music, young. Tell me in the chat what kind of mood we should go for next time we're in Area 51 making a beat for the next DE project, whatever it may be. Maybe a remix to one that's did. Give me your guidance in the chat on the Funk Beta mood. Give me a Funk Beta beat, a mood, something that you was feeling, that I can go after for this mood, for this new song next time we're in Area 51. So keep tuning in. One day I'm just going to surprise you. We're going to be in Area 51 again. All right, no remixes. Bet. Something fresh. It's the Fahrenheit. Now, I want to talk about yesterday. Yesterday, we started off our new channel. Okay, live all the time, Fahrenheit Hour 24/7. That's going to be the new name. Fahrenheit Hour 24/7. Okay, so you and our discussions is going to be on all the time. Tune in whenever you need it. But yesterday, yo, after being instructed that starting a new live would interrupt the old live, it turned out there's two lives. So I rushed to the live, let folks know, let Nate know, let Uriel know, come on down to this live. We're doing it now. This live is fresh. We live on live. And, you know, it was a little troublesome getting that did. But the silver lining is this. AI clip this important, yo. Last night, through our discussions, yo, I figured out we could have multiple live channels at once, yo. It was an epiphany. Multiple live channels at once. What if everything we need was at sacraptv.com? And instead of sacraptv.com being a channel, instead of sacraptv.com being a channel, we make it a whole network of channels for all our moods. Starting today, Sacrap TV is no longer a singular station. Starting today, Sacrap TV is test, test, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Oh, I got kicked off the line. All right. Working on things. Let me see if I can get this going. I got kicked off. Okay. I got kicked off the live too. Okay, but we live, we back. Get the camera. Ooh, that's the wrong way. We don't want no white in the picture. We want all the illusion of dark. Okay, because we in the trenches. Oh, that's the wrong way too. We want the illusion of the trenches. We want the whole dark. Okay, we back. It's the bear. It's live, so things happen. Okay, it's live, so things happen. So anywho, before we went dark on the audio, this is what I was explaining. I had an epiphany last night. We can have multiple channels at once, multiple of live channels at once to fit all of our mood. We can have multiple live channels at once to fit all of our mood. So Sacrap TV, instead of being a one channel, is now a network of channels, young. As soon as New York and Silicon Valley give us the thumbs up, as soon as New York and Silicon Valley give us the thumbs up, we a network. We a network of channels. So let me tell you, it's going to take your involvement. Like everything we do, it's going to take your involvement. I'm extremely excited about this. Extremely excited about this. Channel number 1. Okay, channel number 1. Let me figure. I want the camera to be right because I want to clip this for the clipsters and the clip. But I gotta figure this out on the clip the name and the clip. We don't want no white. We want to. Okay. Clip this. This important. Sacrap TV is now a network of channels. As soon as New York and Silicon Valley give us a thumb up, channel number 1. Fahrenheit Hour 24/7. Yo. Fahrenheit Hour 24/7. All of our discussions, in case you missed it, will be on the loop. All of our discussions of all time will be playing on the loop. So in essence, we're always talking to each other, and if it's more of a when you're in the listening mood. Okay, when you're feeling that juntos and you're in a listening mood, you're in that chat, listening to that, our shows, talking to each other. Channel number 2, yo. Channel number 2, yo. Lo-fi hip hop. Have you ever heard of lo-fi hip hop? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat if you've ever heard of lo-fi hip hop, the YouTube channel. While I wait in the chat for your response, let me tell you what it is. Lo-fi hip hop is an instrumental channel on YouTube, okay? Thousands and thousands of people listening at all time. All it is a picture. Okay, let me tell you what it is. All it is a picture of a girl studying like a cartoon, but it's just, instrumental music. So sometimes when I'm studying or in the class or when I'm just, in a little calm mood, I bump instrumental music, okay? We gonna have our own lo-fi hip-hop as soon as New York, as soon as Silicon Valley gives us the thumbs up. We're gonna have a lo-fi hip-hop made by music from First Degree the DE, Funk Beta, and Brother Lynch Hung. All instrumental music, yo. All instrumental music. So when we in that mood, sometimes you're in a mood for just instrumental music. Jazz, rap, instrumentals. So when you're in the mood, like you doing something, and you cleaning the house, young. You cleaning the house, you mowing the lawn, you on a walk, and you just want some instrumental music. It's gonna be this channel. Now, it's gonna be jazz, it's gonna be hip hop, it's gonna be rap. I need your help naming this channel. The first channel, which is going to be airing this show, which was easy to name because it's already the Fahrenheit 24/7. But I need your help on naming this new First Degree Brother Lynch Funk Beta Hip Hop Jazz Instrumental channel. So that's your homework for the schlangs. Help me name the new instrumental channel. It's going to be fire, just like why I say it. Okay? It's going to be fire, just instrumental music. That's channel number 2. Okay, that's channel number 2. Channel number 3. Channel number 3 will be our original idea. Movies, like the history of Sacramento rap, shows, underbelly sound wars, music videos. I found a trove of interviews. Some of them I've put out. Some of them I never even put out, young. I found a trove of interviews that have things said in them. Like, for example, the D-Shot interview. The D-Shot interview, I chopped it up with D-Shot for 2 hours, young, and we talked about the history of independent rap. Now, I wrote an article about it, but then I'm thinking the Mighty Fahrenheit Slangs would love to hear that because I would love to hear that. He was talking about everything. D-Shot is the godfather of independent rap. He is the one who started the grassroots of Sick-Witted Records way back in the day to get the funding from Uncle Charles, convince Uncle Charles, and then it's the craziest story. And I just got all this stuff on my computer. So channel number 3, yo, will be all these interviews I got with these famous people. Court Dog. He goes by Big Court now. He go by Big Court now. Big Court. That's another one where I got taped 2-hour interview and I just do these stories, which is cool. But why not just put out the whole interview? He talks about everything on how he became what he is, like one of the top podcasters in the urban community in the nation. He spilled all the secrets, and I got all this stuff on my computer. So, channel number 3, shows, movie, music videos, interviews, news, like the original idea, yo. Holla at me in the chat if you're feeling Sac Rap TV as a 3-headed monster, yo. Fahrenheit instrumental music. I don't know what we're gonna call the third one. Maybe the third one will be called Sac Rap TV. I need your help. That's why I'm here. I need ideas. This is where I come for ideas. The Mighty Fahrenheit Schlangs, the Sons of Fahrenheit. I don't know what to call the third one. Should we call the third one Sac Rap TV? The problem with that is, Ark is in the building. The problem with that is I already got sacraptv.com, so I'm thinking it's like the whole. So I need a little bit of help on the ideas on that. So I'm asking the Sons of Fahrenheit for ideas for the instrumental channel name and ideas for the video show movie news name. It's the Fahrenheit. We a collective. It's about ideas. Our ideas are going to shape the world. I'm telling you, because we're learning from all these groups. While others are hating each other for their group differences, we are celebrating group differences and learning from each group, young. Plucking out the best. Everybody wants to dominate. Everybody wants to dominate. So we just gonna take the treasures of each culture. It's the Fahrenheit. Now, NBA Youngboy. Holla at me in the chat if you know who NBA Youngboy is. Holla in the chat if you know who NBA Youngboy is. Hey, holla in the chat if you know who NBA Youngboy is. He on the tour. He on the tour, and the tour just hit Sacramento. Now, NBA Youngboy grew up in his uncle grew up in Meadowview with us. His name is Prime Minister. Yo, shouts out to Prime Minister. NBA Youngboy's uncle. He got ties and family here in Sacramento. The reason the nation is going crazy on because his raps is authentic to them youth. He's coming authentic with them youth. I don't hear a lot of me, I am the greatest as much in his raps. Okay, I don't hear as much of all that in his raps. He's connecting with the youth. So last night at the show, I had about 4 or 5 people there. This is what they said. They said the show was real hype. They said the energy was hype. They said there was about 2 or 3 fights. But you might have that at the urban whoop-de-whoop on the boom boom. Okay, a couple of fights, but you might have that at the whoop-de-whoop on the boom boom. Most of all, the energy was hype. It was sold out. Golden One Arena. That's where the Kings play. Okay, it was at Golden One Arena. That's where the Kings play. Okay, a lot of people left that concert feeling motivated and connected. And that was a couple of times I heard those words, you know. So shots out, that's a good concert if people leaving motivated and connected, you know. Because really it's about that. The music, that's why I give shots out to 40 all the time, man. You listen to 40's music, he's great. Bronze in the building. You listen to 40's music, he's great, but you go to his shows and you see people from all the cultures going there just to have fun with each other, yo. That means something, young. So last night, the 2 words I heard the most was motivated and connected. So shouts out to NBA Youngboy concert in Sacramento. Clip this important. NBA Youngboy concert, Sacramento went hype. People there said they was feeling connected, feeling motivated. That's a good thing. You know, shouts out to NBA Youngboy. Making these moves connecting, putting real music in his music, putting real feelings in his music, connecting with the youth. Okay? It's the Fahrenheit. I'm your host. First agree to DE. I can't resist but head to the chat. I can't resist but head to the chat. Now in the chat, I want to hear songs. You want to hear the story? Oh, Jabberwocky. That's a good one. I'm glad we connected, Bronze. Damn that D. What album was that? I mean, what year was that? 1999. No, that was Planet Zero. And then FU was 2000. So that's what, 25 years, man. And I said on several of shows, man, my motivation for not dumbing down my music and just coming with these busts that coming out of left field, you know. I love Sacramento gangster rap. I love Sacramento dark rap, and I got that in me, but I still had to go my own way with it. Okay? And the reward is the connection we feel with each other, man. The reward is the connection we feel with each other. The purpose is to motivate and connect with each other, recognize and filter out distractions, motivate. You know, it's not going to be people where around you guys, where you live, that's going to be, I don't want to say on our level, but on our level. They say I'm ahead of my time. But if you watching this here, that means you more sharp than your neighbor and peer. That's why it's so important to start these live channels. We need somewhere where we know that there's people like us. We can reach out instantly to people like us. That's the main reason for the channel. There will not be people like you that live around you. We're spread out. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but those of us up the mighty Fahrenheit schlags, I see it in the stats. I see it in the stats. We're spread out. We're all over, but we're spread out. We're just sprinkled across the globe. We're not in patches. We're sprinkled across the globe. All right, next on the Fahrenheit Hour, I want to talk about this. Don't be my pleasure. Best keep it together. I want to talk about this. The History of Sacramento Rap book available at sacramentorap.com, autographed. Make sure you have a copy. This is my personal copy. That's why I got smudges. Okay, this is my personal copy. That's why I got smudges. Now, before I even get started on this, I want you to picture it. Imagine how this feel. Mac Furl in the building. Imagine how this feel. You, a pioneer of this thing called rap, jumped in this Sacramento rap when there was hardly anything going on, yo, when it was fresh and infant-like. Imagine hopping in this Sacramento rap game when it was fresh and infant-like. You live the rap game, you release albums, you in the studio, you connecting with rap lords. You in the studio actually creating, you on the road spreading the Sacramento of union. You're doing all this 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you're in the Sacramento rap game. You have the idea that if you don't tell your story, others will. So you decide to release a book. Before you can release a book, after living 30 years in the Sacramento rap game as a participant, you decide there is 5% of the game, so you thought it was only 5%, that you don't know and you need to spend time researching. Fair. Parts of the game I didn't know, so I ended up spending 2 years, that's 720 days, researching the core, the roots of Sacramento rap. Reading articles, interviewing real people, diving into information, learning everything there is to know. Then you decide after those 2 years, you connect the new information you've learned about Sacramento rap's core, you connect the 30 plus years of experience and release a book. When you release the book, after all of the research, after all of the experience, after all the time writing, after all the interviews, after all the work, randoms, YouTube Yodas from I don't know wheresville, from Who Cares Town had the audacity to tell me I didn't do this right. Now, most people enjoyed it. It ain't even about me, it's about our history. And that's what I wanted to represent. Can you imagine, after all that work, being told by randoms, the most random of random Wikipedia warriors, that I didn't do this right? I should have had more of this, or I should have started there. Who is you, AirPod academic? Who is you after all the work I did on this? It's just reading this is just taking me back to the controversy of random randoms telling me how this should have been done. But I'm telling you, all the work I did was how it had to be done. Random, you are Nathan to us. We are not in the booth for you. We are doing this for the legacy for us, for the pioneers of Sacramento rap and the followers of the mighty Fahrenheit slangs. There's no room for you in this. There's absolutely no room for you in this conquest. Thank you for allowing me to vent, because I can't vent to randoms, because that's what they want is my attention. Art, shouts out to Art. Order that, sacramentorap.com. I'm going to send it to you autographed. And it's on Amazon. Now, in this book, we analyzed, me and Emo, analyzed every turning point in Sacramento rap history, okay? A lot of MCs. I tried to put a list of MCs in the back. Everybody had a part, but there was more that had a part than others. I tried to emphasize those. The movie, the documentary on YouTube, The History of Sacramento Rap, is about 25% of this book, okay? The movie, the documentary on YouTube, The History of Sacramento Rap, which I hope you all have seen, is only about 25% of this book, okay? So, the book and the documentary are two different experiences, okay? Part of this book, part of one of the most important gears in the Sacramento rap history train, okay, one of the most important gears in the Sacramento rap history machine was Murder Dog magazine. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat if you've ever heard of Murder Dog magazine. Holla at me in the chat. Chatty chat chat McChatston. Chaggity chat le chatty. Holla at me in the chat if you ever heard of Murder Dog magazine, yo. Yes, sir. Now, Murder Dog magazine was a thought, was an idea, just like everything we talk about, man. It all starts as just an idea. The more you filter out distractions and quiet your mind, you'll just hear these ideas. But there's so much business in distraction now. Distraction is a business. And now normal people can get into the business of distraction. So be careful for that. Quiet your mind, filter distraction. You can hear ideas. They come to you through people, you'll have problem-solving ideas. Now, Murder Dog magazine, Black Dog Bone from Africa. Okay, Black Dog Bone is probably not the best. You can't really see this picture. Black Dog Bone was from Africa. Came to Vallejo. Okay, I showed that picture a little too high. Came to Vallejo. Okay, came to Vallejo, started feeling all the vibes, started connecting with people, was a real dude. And he just started interviewing people. And he started a magazine, called it Murder Dog. His name was Black Dog Bone, yo. Black Dog Bone. So he brought like E40 when he was coming out. I'm talking about the beginning, yo. The beginning when E40 was coming out. Sibo, Loonies, Mac Dre, Spice One, all these people I can remember being on the cover. I remember Snoop Dogg was on the cover. This is when Snoop Dogg was just coming out. Black Dog Bone was connected. He was like an author of, like, you had to go through Black Dog Bone. I was fortunate enough to be in the Murder Dog magazine a few times. Shout out to Scott Beta. Okay, shout out to Scott Beta, who now does the Murder Master Music Show. Shout out to the Murder Master Music Show, one of the only podcasts I'll go on. There's only a few. The Murder Master Music Show is one of them. Okay, Scott Beta was a writer for Murder Dog magazine, yo. Scott Beta was a writer for Murder Dog magazine. They interviewed everybody. Okay? And without the, and it was, there was no internet. There was no Twittergram. There was no InstaChat. I'm trying to tell you. It was word of mouth and Murder Dog magazine. You had to get an ad in Murder Dog magazine. So, in honor of Murder Dog magazine's impression on effect on the Sacramento rap game and everything it became, I had to put it in the book, yo. Leyland, I had to put it in the book, yo. So I want to read the chapter about Murder Dog, okay, from Sacramento, the history of Sacramento rap. Hey, I clipped this is important. The history of Sacramento rap. Murder Dog. Hold on, let me get some more light. To document these times, enter Black Dog Bone. Black Dog Bone, aka Eric Cope, was part of San Francisco's post-punk scene in the 1990s. Cope was lead singer in the group Curious Ones, which signed a punk label was signed to a punk label called Insight Records. After disappearing a few years, Cope emerged as Black Dog Bone. He came to the U.S. from Africa and basically positioned himself as NorCal's rap's gatekeeper with his new magazine. Black Dog started Murder Dog magazine from nothing out of Vallejo, California, yo. Even as Murder Dog took off, he partnered with Mary Downs. Let me tell you about Mary Downs. I didn't put this in the book, but Mary Downs was this white lady, man. She was funny. Mary Downs was so much a part of Murder Dog. I wish I would have talked about her more in this book, but Black Dog was like getting the big interviews, but Mary Downs was doing all the business. And a lot of times you say in business is like the secretary is the one who knows everything. So shout out to Mary Downs, man. To make the machine work, the two worked together to print the first series. Wait, I'm having trouble seeing this. I need some more light. Ah, there we go. To print the first series, relying on wit to make each headline. In time, their publication would span across the globe. With blood, sweat, and tears, Black Dog Bone's Murder Dog magazine reigned as #1 in the country for the West Coast. NorCal Rap magazine for 2 decades, Murder Dog sat on top. Murder Dog Mag was the best spot to keep up with innovative writers like Scott Prez Beta, Brian Bartholomew, who was a London writer who came over here. Let's mention him in the History of Sacramento rap documentary, and more. Murder Dog Mag possessed that edge that pushed the boundaries to make everybody watch, rather read. The Murder Dog Mag brand expanded globally because he gave the people what they wanted: raw insight on NorCal and eventually Southern and Midwest rap gods. Now, after he's mastered the West Coast, he took Murder Dog to the South. He took Murder Dog to the Midwest, and it became a national phenomenon. They would do episodes like they would feature, and this is, you don't understand. There was no internets. There was no other way for people, like especially Midwest. There was no Midwest rap. So it's like right when Midwest rap started, Black Dog Bone flies out to the Midwest. He's interviewing these people, and it's in his magazine. So it's like Black Dog Bones almost started Midwest rap with these articles like Twister. I remember seeing that. These people for the first time. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but Midwest. That was important to put that in this book, man, because after the West Coast, he did the South. 8 Ball and MJG. That's how I heard all that. I heard that at Hampton. Then Murder Dog follows. I'm telling you, he was everywhere. He was everywhere. In the spirit of Murder Dog, Press Beta has gone to document rap legends with his own radio show. The Murder Master Music Show, co-hosted by Mac J. The Murder Master Music Show is a weekly check-in, okay, with the nation's top rap veterans. The program offers mainstream, but including underground. So, what I like about what Prez Beta's doing, man, is he probably has 600 episodes, man. He's like the ultimate, like even he took Murder Dog a step further by recording these interviews. Have y'all ever heard of the Murder Master Music Show? Let me check the chat, man. Tell me in the chat. Have you ever heard of the Murder Master Music Show? He has like 600 shows. He's interviewed everybody but MCs that's gone too. He's been doing it so long, like Two Live Crews dude, and New York, California. So shouts out to Murder Dog. Shouts out to the Murder Master Music Show, man. It's the Fahrenheit. Make sure you get this book, man. This is my personal copy. SacramentoRap.com, The History of Sacramento Rap. The movie is only 25% of this book. It's an easy read. Okay, it's a nice, easy read. But it's important. Okay? It's the Fahrenheit. Now, I'm going to check the chat before I get in this last subject. Before I get in this last subject, I'm checking the chat. Bully Car, inspired from Isaac Hayes. Bully Car is Andre Rivers on the keys. He did every track live. They don't do that anymore. With the technology they have now, all you have to do is little parts of songs, cut and paste, whim, bam, bing, you got a beat. Andre Rivers, Julio's asking about the Bully Car. In the Bully Car, he did every track live. The song is 6 minutes long. The song is 6 minutes long. And he played the bass line live. The organ, the piano, everything was live, yo. That's why the Bully Car is such a special song. Thank you for letting me tell that story. Give me another one, man. Ain't that horror? Right. Ain't that shot? Oh, Nightman. Shouts out to Shag. Shouts out to Twomp on that. And I like my night girls to be just like me. What else we got in the chat? I'm in the chat. I can read this. You guys be burning up the chat. I don't want to hold up the show, but I can read the chat all day. And then right when the show is over, I just go through the chat. The show's about the chat and you. Yes, sir. Master Yip back in the building, 303. Now, there was an MC. Okay? There was an MC that hit the scene, changed the game, was a real dude who did it his way, had a lot of talent. And I just want to make sure everybody know that this dude is a legend. Okay? There's an MC. Hit the scene big. Did it his own way. Just like me, I had to do it my own way. So I'm always looking at these folks doing it their own way. Hit the scene big. You know, nothing lasts forever. And then I just want to make sure we all recognize him as a legend. I'm talking about MC Hammer, yo. MC Hammer did exist. Okay. The whole Hammer era did exist. Now let me tell you my personal story with MC Hammer. Okay. Let me tell you my personal story with MC Hammer. MC Hammer's first album was called Let's Get It Started. Okay, and you may know MC Hammer by all the commercial stuff and all, and that was good too, because he helped make a bridge a rap to like more of a commercial, which was important, you know? Somebody had to do it. He bridged rap to that commercial element, and it was important somebody had to do it. And he had a lot of talent with his dance moves, okay? Coming out of Oakland and Dubai. His first album was called Let's Get It Started, and I absolutely love that album. It was before he was commercial. He was dancing, but he wasn't commercial yet. Oh my goodness, I used to listen to that song, Let's Get It Started, and watch that video over and over and over. The energy MC Hammer brings is real. Oh my goodness, I went to an MC Hammer show and it's just real. Everything is real. Shouts out to MC Hammer. Shouts out to the old MC Hammer, the middle MC Hammer, and the late MC Hammer. Take that dude serious. He's the man. Don't let nobody talk about the hammer. Don't let nobody talk about the hammer. Hey? Uriel says he was his idol. That's what I'm saying. The real ones understand. Thank you, my dude. The real ones understand. And it was that first album for me, man. So, to end off the and I'll be uploading our new episodes as soon as I get off. So our last 3 episodes will be on Fahrenheit Hour 24/7. Remember, your homework is to help me with title number 2, which is the instrumental channel. First Degree to DE Funk Beta Brother Lynch Hung Beats. And help me with the third one, which is the original idea of movies, shows, videos, interviews. Okay? To end off the I'm going to rap one of MC Hammer's songs. My favorite MC Hammer song, yo. Not rapping, I'm just going to explain it and just talking. Clip this important. First Degree to D, MC Hammer. Let's get it started. Now your party wasn't jumping and your DJ was weak. Instead of dope beats, he was spinning them Z's. All the fly girls who came with the beat in mind, they're all up against the wall like a welfare line. Do you think for 1 minute that this is it? Your party is bogus. Yo, it ain't legit. Just put on the hammer and you will be rewarded. My beat is ever booming and you know I get it started. Get it started. Ho, 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 ho. Let's get it started. Ho, oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho, oh. Let's get it started. Ho, oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, oh, oh. Let's get it started. Ho, oh, oh. Now, get up out your seat, cause my beat is so complete. I'm moving everybody from A to Z. When it comes to straight rockin', I'm second to none. From Dougie Fresh, Troop, LL, or DJ Run. They say, Hammer, how you do it? I got it like that. My posse's ever rolling, we keep it intact. Just put on the hammer and you will be rewarded. My beat is ever booming and you know I get it started. Get it started. Ho, 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 ho. Let's get it started. Ho, ho, ho. Let's get it started. Ho, 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 ho. Let's get it started. Ho, ho. Now, a lot of b-boys make them dance. Yo, they faking the beat. They hip hop on the outside, but rock underneath. Before the show gets started, they shaking their boots. My posse in the end, cold displaying the troops. Like a trooper, I'm down, cold hooked on the drums. 808 SP12, sparing expiring Africans. Just put on the hammer. You will be rewarded. My beat is ever booming and you know I get it started. Get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. To the bridge. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. To the boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now, they said that couldn't happen, that rap wouldn't last. Yet the beat is in effect like the oil in your gas. Because it's making lots of money from top to bottom. Whatever's in effect, yo, b-boys have got 'em. Nobody really knows how a rapper really feels. A mind full of rhyme and a tongue of steel. Just put on the hammer and you will be rewarded. My beat is ever booming and you know I get it started. Get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's get it started. Ha ha. Ha ha. Shouts out to MC Hammer. Shouts out to MC Hammer, man. Shouts out to MC Hammer. Thank you for letting me do that. That song, I love. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. You guys let me do things I've never done before. That's what you don't understand. You think the show's about me, not about you. You and your energy allows me to do things I've never done before, especially explain songs. My family doesn't want to hear me explain my songs. You finally let me explain my songs. It's the Fahrenheit Wolfpack finally in the building. I was wondering. Okay, it's the Fahrenheit. My name is First Degree to D. I'm going to check the chat one more again. Hey, checking the chat one more again. Just to wrap up, we talked about one. We got 3 channels that's going as soon as New York and Silicon Valley give us a thumb up. We got Fahrenheit 24/7 Live. We're going to have an instrumental channel, First Degree Beta, Brother Lynch Beats. We're going to have videos, movies, interviews on the 3rd channel. Okay, we also talked about the NBA Youngboy concert was here in Sacramento last night. I had 4 or 5 people there. The main feeling I was got, folks was feeling motivated. And when you got that purpose that's pure, you know you're going to sell out stadiums, motivate the youth. Okay, so shouts out to NBA Youngboy. We talked about Murder Dog Magazine, Black Dog Bone. It was kind of dark. I had a hard time reading. I can't read. It was kind of dark. I had a hard time reading, but we got through there. Shouts out to Black Dog Bones, Scott Beta. And we talked about the mighty MC Hammer, yo. The mighty MC Hammer. In LA, how can you help grow the schlangs in LA? LA has all the resources. I need to be going down there once a month, yo. That is a good question. You know what? I'm going to write that down, man. I'm going to write down. We're going to talk about that tomorrow on tomorrow's show. How can you help the schlangs locally? Because I got to think about that. That was a great question, man. Thank you for asking. All right, I'm going to explain one more song. I'll explain these last 2 songs. Julio put up money on my books. I told you how Fahrenheit came about, the mighty schlangs. Halfway done with Loaded. Loaded comes out, time to put out Planet Zero. Dalvin got involved. The person who was putting it out got involved with some drugs, ended up running into a police car, going to jail, got out, did it again. I had to negotiate with the jail and all this and the distributor. But it was a lot of jail I had to deal with Dalvin. So the song Money on My Books from Planet Zero is dealing with the jail, dealing with the jailhouse. So much of the jailhouse I had to learn for Planet Zero. And then the other song, she sent me naked pictures on the internet. Wrote that out in Seattle, yo. Wrote that out in Seattle after some encounters, and I kind of got to just leave it at that. Wrote naked pictures on the internet after an encounter in Seattle. I got to leave it at that. It's the Fahrenheit. Say it with me, family. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. Meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station. Same Fahrenheit.